My brother, is she leading you on?
What do you mean? Is he leading you on? This is a guy problem.
No. No worry, oh. Girls, they lead guys on too.
God. Hey, God.
Girls, they lead guys on
Now.
too.
Should we do here?
We go talk am now. Welcome back to Bee's Corner, and again, it is the church boy talk. Today, the question now, whether boys they lead girls on, no, or big girls they lead guys on, we go find out. Victor, you look like person we don't lead girl on before. I know they trust you like that.
I neither confirm nor deny.
That's the words of a culprit.
I plead my Fifth Amendment rights.
The words of a culprit.
Bro,
Tell us, how did it happen?
This matter long. I knew that there was one day in school. I was 400 level. And I sat down. I think we had the rehearsal. And I sat down in front of the rehearsal. I was just playing keyboard. And then my guys were having rehearsals.
The keyboardist.
Yeah.
Church boy.
That's where they be. God be for us. Who goes that man?
Who you?
So I did play the keyboard bar. And then I now looked up. And I saw three girls. They were sitting by one side. We were in the rehearsal. We were acting. I saw three girls sitting by one side.
Wise girls.
They are my friends too. All of them are my friends.
Okay.
I just realized that at some point in our relationship with all the three of them, either they have told me that they like me, or I've told them I like them. Somehow, share emotions.
And you tell me, say you never did
both,
girl.
but there's none of those girls that had ever entered the relationship with. It almost looked as if it was a pandemic, because when you
A pandemic.
because when you start to have relationship with the opposite sex, I had seen that thing as a problem, like for a long time. And I started to have relationship with the opposite sex. I'm kind, I'm nice, we're all cool, we're all cozy. That the part I know I overdo, let's not even lie.
You go talk am.
Then when the person starts to be emotionally attached, then you now think, I don't really get energy. I'm not ready to commit to a long-term relationship. So yes. Yeah.
Okay, so you're saying yes, you have led a girl on before.
Yes.
Thank you for being very honest.
Yes, to the fact that somebody has been led on my own account.
What in the world does that even mean, Victor?
It is what it is. Whatever
It is what it
make of
is.
it what you will. For you, I know of someone that you have led on, so no even
As you see my two hands up like this, now so they don't accuse me say I don't lead girls on. Now so they talk am.
If you say you never leave anybody on, but wait, let me
say
land.
I never.
If heaven gets supplementary list, nobody is like. See this guy. We want to talk down
unfair, Victor. That's not even
no. I
fair.
beg you. Talk your own.
Okay. I mean, and indeed, we're going to explore this conversation. You know that thing about kindness. You can be very kind. You can be very soft. And all of that. That year, I don't know. Say that they call a leading person on. I'm naturally a very kind person. Yeah. Particularly now, I know they try shoot myself for leg, but I'm naturally a very kind person, and I can be kind within the context of a male-female relationship. Now, just so I be. But fast forward after a few months, when they're around again, they will come talk, say, okay, you don't lead person on and all of that. But I mean, sincerely, I never set out to lead anybody on. But I mean, whether guilty or not guilty, Bokuna help me judge this thing. But what is the genesis? What becomes the foundation for leading on?
I've said my own, and I have accepted it. I've
Okay.
grown from that place.
Okay.
One of the things is that, when you have conversation with, I don't want to call anybody's name.
No,
okay, let's
call
just
names,
say, Nkechi, thank God. Nkechi is a very easy name.
Nkechi.
Let's say you're having conversations with Nkechi. Nkechi knows how to hold down conversation.
Yeah.
And but you don't necessarily find Nkechi very attractive. But you give her attention. She gives you attention and it's sweet. Then Halima is fine, but You don't
just
really
there.
have so much.
I know the vibe.
Yeah, you don't have so much vibes with Halima. So you're thinking, Kai God, can I mix Nkechi's vibes with Halima's beauty?
Do you
and then
mean
bring
you
no.
want you
are
want a
looking
touch
for
of
what you are
Nathaniel
looking
Bassey?
for. You're looking for something holistic, but you can't find it in one person. So you don't even want
Nathaniel
to commit to
Bassey
one
with
person.
a mixture of Drake. Is that what you are looking for?
No. How could you find Nathaniel Bassey with a mixture of Drake?
Now so that they talk am oh, now so that it no be me first talk am.
No, I define Messi Chinwo with a little bit Kim Kardashian.
You have just said the same thing.
I feel like the major thing I learned from that season is it's either you have an esteem issue that you feel better about yourself when you know that somebody else likes you.
Yeah.
That's an esteem issue. Because you are looking for validation.
Yeah.
Another person finding you
Attractive, and all of that. And
that one is a problem.
that is very important. And we can liken it to the fall. Talking about the fall of Adam in the Garden of Eden. And I mean you can search that out to see. There's that thing in a man that seeks validation.
Yeah.
And I mean can collect validation from numerous quarters. And pretend to be there, servicing the validation that is coming from those quarters, but never committing. And now we're going to talk about that matter of commitment. Because why would you be around a girl? But we they talk this guy-girl thing. We know they talk say girl, they lead guy.
Don't worry.
Oh yeah, now we will come there. Why do you hang around a sister for so long without the plans to commit? Push it further into relationship and all of that. Why would you do that? If not that there's something broken inside of you.
Actually.
That, and I no go lie, it don't happen to me before. That thing I did, when there's that girl that you can always call, have a conversation with. Something happens, she becomes the person you want to share your day with.
Yeah.
But guy, now do relationship, but I know
share your day,
you just want
rest of
you
your
don't want
life.
to
Now
share the
only
rest
day
of
you
your
want
life. Now only day you want share. So I agree with that. That esteem matter you spoke about, and I mean it just points to the fall. Someone who is whole shouldn't want to put someone through that that experience
Just to feel good about
to feel good about themselves. So I mean when way they hear us now, how many of them don't lead girls on?
I know now. You go see them for the comment section. But there's another thing I think that is a major cause of people leading vice versa in both directions.
Yeah.
And I think people are not honest. If you are honest in your relationships, at least when you begin to notice some things, you can settle down and have an honest conversation. Most times they will say you should define your relationships clearly. There's another side to it. I'll come to that. But for me, I didn't learn that early. I learned that later on, that when you begin to get deeper in relationship with a person, define it, at least, so that the person knows what you're looking for. I remember when I was chatting with my wife, one time my wife said, you know that you're always around, what do you want?
What do you want to?
And I told her that
like girls
I'm
when they
just
ask.
being a friend. To be honest, at that point, I was just being a friend. I wasn't looking for anything extra. That
one now before you write the song,
until I started
after
to
you write the song.
don't be loud about that. Until I started looking for something extra. So there is that point where people ask, you are adults, consenting adults. You can sit down and have an honest conversation. When your relationship begins to go deeper and you start to give each other a lot of attention. I think it's important that you draw clear lines and say, this is what I'm looking for. This is what I'm looking for. Sometimes you can draw clear lines, because I have done that before. I have a friend where we started to talk and we were like, should we define our relationship? Like, no, we are fine. He ended up in tears on both ways.
Premium tears.
He ended in tears. The funny thing is that if you are honest with yourself, you probably know when you're beginning to become emotionally attached to someone.
Of course, I think
because
everybody
I
knows.
remember, again, I would defer to Mr. Excel because I was living in his house. I remember one time we were going to the hospital around 2 a.m. in the morning. We had a friend that had a crisis. We were taking the person in the hospital around 2 a.m. in the morning. Me and this girl were chatting. So
Around 2 a.m.
we went to the
When I be
hospital.
know they sleep.
We went to the hospital. Shut up. We went to the hospital and we're still chatting. We're just, funny thing, we're talking about different people or the people we're even interested in. We're just chatting. We're just
That thing.
like,
that
say,
thing.
ask her, who are you chatting with? I said, now this person. He said, He said,
That,
this one he used to usually say. He said, what the elders can see.
Sitting down. Oh my God. Oh my God.
He said, even if you climb the tallest
Iroko
Iroko,
tree.
he said, Tommy, they here now, my
Oh
brother.
my God.
Later on, premium tears.
Premium
That's how
tears.
that ended. So
Premium tears.
if you don't define your relationships early and you work on the assumption, you work on assumptions, my brother, it will end up badly.
But let's really talk about that point where the definitions have been done, because I mean, like you, I have been in that situation where, guy, we sit down talk this thing. I mean, it was becoming obvious that okay, we're spending a lot of time together, and honestly, I was just being a friend. I've been just the try be, nice guy, Mr. Nice Guy. And it wasn't even me, it was her. She took the initiative and said to me, Guy, I think we need to sit down and talk. I said, yeah, that's fine. So we sat down, at another friend's house, and the conversation ensued. She was like, so I think we're beginning to become, very, very close. We talk almost often, we chat a lot and all of that. I just wanted to know what we're doing. And I said, okay. Like, I mean, for a few seconds, I was lost. But I began to recollect, okay, this is probably what this girl is talking about. So she said she just wanted to know, do you have some kind of interest in me beyond friendship? I said, okay, I hate to sound too direct or rude, but no, I'm just really being your friend. And I asked her the same question. Are you having some kind of feeling? She said, no, me too, I'm just being friends. I just wanted to know that we know what we are doing. And I said, yeah, that's very good. And I appreciated her for holding the conversation with me. But guy, fast forward like 1 year after, I've been at 1.5 years. Premium tears.
So this is where I'm going to end, and I'm not going to talk about this in again.
Okay.
This is where I'm going to end.
Okay.
I know you said you defined that relationship.
Why you
No,
did
no, no,
do-
no,
I
no,
mean,
no,
you
no,
did.
no.
Why?
No,
Why?
I want to say this thing because I'm coming from my own lenses.
Okay.
I know you said you defined relationship. I also had a defined relationship. But that defined relationship, I was still very, very, I was nice, so I was kind. I was nicer to her than every other person. So you've defined with your words, but your actions were not very defined. So for me,
Okay.
let me tell you what was happening. So our relationship were defined, but 2 a.m. we still dey chat.
Nah, they chat.
You know, there's something about
Me,
the
I no
cool
chat
of
with
the
anybody.
day.
Because the cool of the day.
My brother, he said God will come down and relate with Adam in
Relate
the
with
cool of the day. It's because at that time,
Elmo.
everything is there. Everything is
Everything
in
there.
the cool of the day. 2 a.m. when I see the chat. I did write song sent to this girl.
Oh,
No,
boy.
no, my brother.
No,
at the
you
end of the
too
day,
do.
that definition was not well defined. Let's just be truthful. You can define with your words. At the end of the day, your actions
Well, yeah,
do
true
not
that. True that.
prove that you have defined.
I
that
agree. I
relationship.
agree. I mean, when you define, or if you define the relationship with your words, you need to take it a step further. Let your actions, validate that definition where you don't do with mouth. And I mean, as a recommendation, I would say that at every point, especially as a Christian brother or a sister, you need to have a circle of accountability. That's very
Yeah.
important.
True.
You need to have people who can look you in the eyes and say, guy, like Mr. Excel did to you. Say to
My
you, guy,
brother.
I say you don't they like this girl, or I mean, and she don't they like you. How
They
you
lost.
be? So I mean, you need to have friends who can be honest with you, and then take it a step further. You need to have pastors also who, who can call you to account. They need to know. They need to know that there's some sister you are being friends with. It's just safety,
Sisters, sisters.
and sisters likewise.
Let me tell you this thing, and I'm not going to talk again after this. This is the
You
second
said
I will not
that
talk
earlier.
again. My pastor, no, my pastor, they say,
Okay.
I will end.
I will
This
end
is
now.
where we close this.
1 hour later,
I will end.
I will end.
This is my final.
Okay.
If a guy really wants to be in a relationship with you, you won't have to second guess. So this is the model I will always use. You know Boaz, when Ruth came and lay on his
Boaz
feet,
model.
the next morning he told her, wait. What Ruth said was, I
things
think
I
it
need
was Naomi. Naomi now said, I know this man. This is Ruth 3:17 is my scripture. I know this man. He's a good man. He will do all that is necessary. He will cut off all the relationships that are excesses. He will define all the things that need to be defined. But if a guy really wants to be in a relationship with you, if he has prayed about it and he's convinced, he's convicted in his heart, you won't have to second guess. It won't be the person is around, he's saying, he's not saying. No, you will know. It will be in English language or in tongues, the language of your choice. I'm telling you, you will know.
You can
like
choose
you know your
tongues.
name. So I don't think a person should be guessing, is this person interested? Is this person, does this person want?
Nah, there's no need for that.
I'll end this year.
Yeah.
Because when I got to my wife, I
This
told
your
her
wife.
clear.
This your wife. Don't dare everywhere. But all right, no wala. Now me, they try jab, no problem. But guys, don't lead girls on. Girls do not lead guys on. We are believers. We are Christians. We're supposed to do the right thing. Pray about it. You know, take it to your circle of accountability. If indeed you're interested in a sister. If you are not, then know how you go take maintain boundary. Okay, and this is where we wrap it up on the Church Boy Talk. Till we catch you again on the next episode. It has been Bee and Victor Obute, the storyteller. Catch ya.
Go and sin no more.
Yeah.